Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good.
Thanks for coming in to SidePony and
I am so
hanging out.
glad to be here. I appreciate you taking the time for us.
Yeah.
And so first of all, tell us where we are.
You're at SidePony. This is a coffee and cocktail bar. We do want to emphasize cocktail bar because we are on this perfect little corner of West Colfax and Vrain. We have a gym next to us called Duality, and then a lovely med spa next to us called Original Glam. So we take over the whole corner or the whole block.
Okay.
But SidePony's on the side.
Nice.
And we're right on the corner. We're open for coffee in the morning, breakfast items, and then cocktails at night. So we turn on the lights. It gets nice and sexy in here. Perfect for a first date.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I saw on the menu that you have like a little first date little package, like
little icebreaker is what we like to call it. Yeah. So that ended up happening just kind of organically. We saw that a lot of people in the neighborhood were coming in for either a first date or a second date, Tinder date, whatever.
Yeah.
Or even a date night, like as a married couple down the street. So we were seeing it happen a lot. So we wanted to lean into it a little bit, and we put a little icebreaker on the menu, which is 2 shots.
Okay.
And it's shots, like little cheeky shots is what we call them.
Yeah.
It's like a little vodka lemonade or a daiquiri or just something cute and small and easy to shoot.
That's so
and
fun.
then we give you a little conversation card, which is, something that can get your date started
Conversation going.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that. I love that so much. Very cool. So, and you're the business owner.
Yes, I'm one of them. I have some partners. Jen Sevchek, who also owns Duality next door, and her husband, and then 2 investors that help design the space as well, and are here a lot as well. So you'll usually see a friendly face here. It'll either be me, Jen, or one of the owners.
Cool.
But yeah.
Awesome. And how did you decide to get into this restaurant business industry?
Well, that goes way back.
Okay.
I've been doing this for my whole career. So when I was 16 years old, my very first job was the day of my birthday, 16th birthday. Started as a host at Red Robin, back in the suburbs of California, and just worked my way up there. Went to school, went to San Diego State for business. And during college, was in the restaurant business in San Diego.
Wow.
And then worked for a little company called Hillstone. And I worked for them for 4 years. They moved me all over the country. So I was in Miami, San Francisco, Sacramento, and Irvine, California. And left them, got recruited by a company in DC.
Okay.
Opened 2 restaurants for them.
Wow.
And then decided to go back to San Francisco and kind of get into the Michelin world, which is like Michelin star. And, so I worked for a 3 Michelin star there. Worked for a 1 Michelin star there. And just got into that whole world and of service and wine and food, and got pretty deep in it, and then was pulled out pretty quickly. Shouldn't say quickly. After 2 years of just diving into that, I was pulled out by a friend of mine who was starting a consulting firm. And so we started a consulting firm, and that was 2016. We ended up opening a restaurant together called Pony Up. And that is downtown, still around, doing great.
Denver here?
Yep, doing great. It's downtown Denver. We've been open for 6.5 years. That's on 18th and Blake. We do, we're a late night spot, so we serve food until 1 o'clock every morning.
That's so great to know, because whenever I go downtown, I feel like everything closes early. What is that?
That's
like, why?
Yeah.
Why is that a thing?
Right now, I would say that the cost in Denver to do business is higher than it should be.
Okay.
There's just been a difficult climb out of COVID for a lot of restaurant operators. So those of us who can do it as much as we can. And I've just been doing that since we opened. It's part of our ethos. It's part of why we're there.
Okay.
So we have been doing it and staying open till 1 o'clock in the morning since we opened.
Okay.
And we have such a huge following with that. We're a cult classic. People love us. We've just gained so much attention for that, and so we can't ever change it, and we won't ever change it. So don't worry, you'll get your French dip sandwich at 1 o'clock in the morning. No problem.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. So how did you end up in Denver then? Like after being all around the country, it sounds like.
Yeah. So we were consulting in Denver first, and then our name started to get around within the industry, and we started being offered spaces, and quickly a space was given to us. Not really given to us. We paid for it, obviously, but the 1808 Blake became available, and we opened Pony in it. So really first started consulting. It was a really good space to land. California was just expensive at the time.
Sure.
We were doing projects on the East Coast and the West Coast, so Denver's a great middle space that has a great airport, and so we just felt that Denver was a good place to land and do business, and so we had plenty of projects before we opened our own project.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're so glad you're here. Denver's very lucky.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm trying to, as a female business owner, trying to hold it down and support my other fellow female business owners. Trying to be an advocate for other restaurants, other independent restaurants, and trying to do the best we can to keep going and make all the right decisions and take care of our teams so that we can open more in the coming years.
Yeah.
But I'm doing slow growth. So Pony Up's been open 6.5 years, and now SidePony's been open for 2 years. So I feel like slow growth is good.
Slow growth, yeah. I mean, it seems like that is the way to go, and to not overexpand. And
we are a perfect little gem, right? So we don't have a big space. I would say our max for us mix and mingle group is 50 to 60.
Okay.
But during the summertime, we have a whole nother patio space. So the patio space can hold another 30 people. So, but that's a kind of a mix and mingle. If you're doing like a presentation type event where everyone's seated, I'd say max is about 30.
Okay.
But we do have a screen, and we have a microphone, and you can do events like that here as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Super popular.
Yeah.
Our coffee cocktails are super popular. We use Queen City Coffee, which is a local company.
Love it.
Three brothers. They're great. We chose them one because their coffee's delicious, but also because they're local and really good operators. So.
Okay. We just met today.
Yeah.
I haven't even talked to you before this, but I'm just really impressed by your business savvy.
Thanks.
You're very business savvy, I can tell. And so I appreciate supporting businesses who know what they're doing, run it really well, and are local and women owned. I love that. Like,